I don't know in a 7-game series if Luka can maintain. This is the question, right? You got to do it. You got to start here because Nico makes the trade based upon what happens in the finals last year between the Mavericks and the Celtics, right? And that inside that organization, and maybe really just with him and a couple other people, right? Some of his people close to him, they feel like they can't win with him in what he does defensively. If you watch that game the other night on ABC on Saturday, right, with the Celtics and the Lakers, the Celtics hunted Luka every time they could. Luka also didn't seem like completely healthy, but they hunted, right? And Jaylen Brown like almost like has an out of body experience anytime he goes up against Luka, right? For I feel like a couple reasons there, but that is my only thing. Steph's movement, Steph's gravity, the way Jimmy Butler plays, the way that this team, the way that the Warriors team has changed, right? It's crazy to say that because Andrew Wiggins, I think, just if you looked at them on paper, or you just like watch them play for a second, you'd be like, Andrew Wiggins should be a let me say that, should be a better basketball player than Jimmy Butler. But there's just that little something that you want him to be doing more of. And that's no disrespect. Like Andrew Wiggins obviously is a champion. He's a really good basketball player. But you see the difference between really good and a star in this league, right? Someone that understands when a team needs a bucket, when a team needs a stop, how to play and interact with other guys and how to make other guys better. Jimmy Butler's a star. And that's the difference between him and Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is faster, jumps higher, more, all the things, right? On paper. But Jimmy Butler has that it factor, right? I'll say that he's a dog. I've always said it, right? He's one of those dudes that you give him that moniker, like he's a dog. So for me, because of that, they have found something in Quentin Post who can now stretch the floor for them a little bit. It'll be interesting in the playoff series, especially against the Lakers, right? Who don't have any bigs, how each team kind of plays that. Do they all go small or what they do there? But Quentin Post being able to shoot it and give them a little bit of size. The Warriors have effectively kind of benched Trace Jackson Davis. I always felt like that, again, no disrespect, right? Just when I went to IU, so you see the jersey in the back. When he was at Indiana, had a great career, truly an unbelievable career. But you always kind of miss, like, he just felt like he just wasn't, when he went against bigger players, the physicality always kind of affected him. That has still kind of happened in the NBA. He's crazy athletic, but he just doesn't finish well for a guy that is as athletic as he is, and he can't go right. So, and can't go right, and then can't step out, right? So now with Quentin Post, you pair him with Draymond. He's still figuring out some things defensively. I put this, if you go to my threads again at SteamHack, there's a post I did about, there was a pick and roll with Cade the other day against the Warriors Pistons game. Cade reads it incredibly well. Post is out of position. He dumps the ball down to Jalen Duren, who then kind of takes one dribble. Draymond kind of like waits, makes a great, really kind of like baits him almost into making the pass. He dumps the pass off to Tobias Harris, and Draymond meets Tobias Harris at the rim for just an amazing block. And the ability of that team now defensively has changed, similar to the Lakers, right? The Lakers defensively have been great since January, truly great. A lot of that goes to JJ, but a lot of that also is just on the players, I think, being connected. Dorian Finney-Smith is a huge part of that, right? Once they were able to trade D'Angelo Russell for Dorian Finney-Smith, that changed them defensively, right? Now you get a guy that can play on the ball, off the ball, help side, the ability for him to kind of be switchable, kind of 1 through 5 in the way that the NBA is today, has changed them. And then LeBron now, I think he doesn't feel like when you've got multiple guys. I say that, right, because I don't think Luka's great defensively, but Luka's a smart defensive player. He's just not great like in a one-on-one setting. Like he can't stay in front of a lot of guys, but he's incredibly smart. Like he gets a lot of steals. Like he's in the passing lanes. He's in his anticipatory abilities defensively are really, really good. And I think the same thing with Austin Reeves. Like he's not great one-on-one, I think that's where you would start to seek some things, especially like if you got a game back to the Warriors Lakers series. If you can get Jimmy Butler matched up against Austin Reeves from a Warrior perspective, there you feel like that's a win. If Luka is anyway switched on to Steph, you feel like that's a win. I'm sure Dorian Finney-Smith or Vando is probably going to be guarding Steph most of the time, anyways. But and yeah,